Please be seated.
Hello, Your Honor.
Hello.
This is the case of Gregory versus Elston.
Thank you, Jerome. Good day, everyone.
Good day.
Ms. Gregory, you say just 2 weeks ago the defendant called off your engagement due to paternity doubts surrounding your son, Carson.
Yes, Your Honor.
You have petitioned the court for a DNA test to prove Mr. Elston is the father and hope the results will save your family. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Elston, you and your sister state you are certain you are not her child's father and say her ex is Carson's biological father. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
So, Ms. Gregory, how important is it to save your family today?
It's very important for me to save my family because I feel that my kids, both of them, my unborn child and Carson, deserves their father. And I feel that we got engaged in May. He broke up with me 2 weeks ago because of paternity issues. So I feel that we need to get this all cleared up.
And so you broke off the engagement, Mr. Elston, because of this entire paternity saga?
Yes, Your Honor. It was, people calling me and texting me, telling me that, she's cheating or either somebody's in the driveway. I work out of town, and I'm like, I do stuff like I send people over there to check on her just to make sure she's not doing nothing. And, multiple people told me that they caught her ex in the driveway, caught his car there.
Your Honor, I'm actually the one who caught her ex in the driveway. My brother was out of town. He's a hardworking man. He works to take care of Carson, Carly, and the unborn child. And he called me. He told me to go to the house and check on Carly and Carson. And I did. When I rode by there, her ex's truck was there. So I called my brother and I told him.
Was your ex's truck there, Miss Gregory?
No, Your Honor, my ex lives like 4 states away.
So whose truck was it?
I live in apartments. I'm not exactly sure what truck she's talking about.
Really? You're not sure? Are you sure that you're not sure?
I'm not sure.
I want to learn more about how you met. Tell the court how this relationship started.
Me and Mr. Elston met through my ex at a basketball game. I was dating.
Through your ex?
I was dating my ex, and he was cheating on me at the time, so I felt comfort in Mr. Elston. He had a girlfriend also. We started sleeping together 2 weeks after we met, and then I got pregnant, like, almost a month later.
And so you got pregnant, and at that time, were you and Mr. Elston boyfriend and girlfriend, or were you still just cheating on your exes?
Your Honor, he still had a girlfriend. I didn't find out I was pregnant until June. I got pregnant in March. He thought I was lying about being pregnant. He thought just so he would have to break up with his girlfriend at the time. And I had already broken up with my boyfriend.
Well, Your Honor, I heard rumors about her before, we started talking.
Your Honor, he's just now bringing up the rumors, though.
Well, I mean, the rumors are one thing, but the fact that you knew she had a boyfriend, that alone indicates she was potentially intimate with somebody else. You sleeping with her while she had a boyfriend, and you had a girlfriend. So that brought 4 people to this party already. So, Miss Gregory, take me back to the day you found out you were pregnant.
It was in June. I had went to the health department to get on birth control. They said you were already pregnant, but I did not know how far along I was. So I had to go to my OBGYN. They told me I was 3 months along. He went with me to my first appointment because he did not believe me because, he had a girlfriend. He thought I was just trying to break them up. And then after that, he had nothing to do with me the whole pregnancy.
So once he came to the doctor, found out you were pregnant, you never saw him again?
No, we text like 2 weeks after that, and that's about it.
And so when you had Carson, was Mr. Elston at the hospital?
He came to the hospital the second day. I had to have an emergency C-section, so I was in the hospital for 5 days. He came the second and begged for me to give Carson his last name when we was not talking the whole pregnancy. I told him, you can sign the birth certificate, but you cannot give my son your last name right now.
No, Your Honor, I went to the hospital. I walked in the hospital all happy, because I was expecting to be my first child. Like, I walked in all happy and I get in the hospital room, I go get the baby from her. Like, we sit down, take a picture, and I looked at him.
Your exact words was, he's too white.
And
That's
Honor,
exactly what he said.
The baby didn't look like me. He don't have my nose, my ears, my eyes, or nothing. And I just got up and gave her the baby and I walked out.
Your Honor.
Really?
My brother has 2 other children. And
that he does not take care of.
From the beginning, when both of his baby mothers had the baby, from the beginning, they both came out looking just like my brother.
Okay, but this child has a different mother, so potentially the child would look differently.
But the baby don't look like me. I mean,
and Your Honor, he brought a girl pacifier. My son, it's a son. I have a son. He brought a girl pacifier, and I would not accept it because I'm not fixing to give my baby a girl pacifier with Care Bears on it. And he got mad because of that.
Okay. Y'all about 1 step from Care Bears yourself.
Right.
And that's proud. If you want more episodes of Paternity Court, make sure to subscribe and click on the notification bell. So at some point, you decide to get back together because you got engaged.
Right.
How did that happen?
3 weeks after I had Carson, he started coming around more. So we ended up getting into a relationship. We got engaged and we was doing good. And then I got pregnant in June, so I'm pregnant now, and he just doubts this baby, and more doubts are coming up from Carson. People are telling him things about this baby's not his. He's asking me for an unborn DNA test and stuff because he doesn't trust me.
Well, Your Honor, if she didn't post things on Facebook that made my brother feel otherwise, it wouldn't be any doubt.
Things like what?
She's actually posted a picture with another dude around the time she was supposed to be pregnant by my brother.
And Your Honor,
Actually, have
You
the picture.
submitted that photo to the court?
Yes.
Oh, so this is the picture.
Who is that, Carly? Ain't that,
That's my
ain't
ex.
that your ex?
I got pregnant in March. That photo was taken in April. We were still together, but we broke up. Me and him had no sexual relationships in March.
well, Your Honor, when I was out of town working, I was on top of the tower and my phone had vibrated and I looked at it and her friend that was over at the house, she texted me and said, have you talked to Carly today? And I said, no, why? And she was like, well, she's in there laid up with another guy and I'm in the living room.
You submitted that text exchange to the court.
Yes, ma'am.
The friend says, have you talked to Carly today? You say, no, why? The friend says, she has some guy over here with her in the living room. You text back, are they hugged up or anything? And she texts back, yes. Was this the ex that she saw you hugged up with?
Yes, Your Honor.
So you admit you were hugged up with your ex then?
Yes, in April of 2016, not in March.
And she posted a picture on her ex birthday in March. And you know, everybody have sex on somebody's birthday, so I'm not gonna
No,
She
Your
can't
Honor,
say they didn't
everybody
sleep
does not.
together.
Everybody
No.
does not have sex on your. We did not.
So
have
what
sex.
y'all doing?
We was with
Y'all
his
was playing
family.
patty cake?
We was with his family on his birthday out to eat, and you can tell in the photos.
And so, Mr. Elston, you submitted that piece of evidence to the court as well.
Yes, ma'am.
There's a post, March 2016. Carly B, a picture that says, birthday dinner with you and your family. I love you.
Right around the time she
With a
was
heart.
Right.
pregnant.
And this is a picture of you with your ex.
I was in a relationship at the time, Your Honor.
With your ex.
Right.
But
me
I
and him
thought
was
you
just
just
sleeping around.
weren't in a relationship.
Me and him was sleeping around that time. Me and him, I was in a relationship with me and him.
But you
first.
weren't having sex with your ex, though. That's
No,
what
I
you
was
just
not
said.
having sex with my ex.
Are you sure?
We used the condom. The one time we did have sex in February.
Are you saying that you had no sex with your boyfriend in the entire month of March?
Correct, Your Honor. I did not have any sex with him.
So all of a sudden after February, you just weren't sleeping with him anymore, but you just happened to go out to dinner with him and his whole family
Yes, Your
and
Honor.
put a post up about it and say, I love you with a heart.
Yes, Your Honor.
And I'm sure
You realize every time you lie, then your fingers go like this?
No.
Just wanted to let you know.
Okay.
So I'll ask again. In March, are you saying you were not sexually active with your then boyfriend whose birthday was in that month?
Yes, we did not have sex that month, Your Honor.
You holding them fingers tight, aren't you?
Yeah.
But okay, so you submitted a calendar to the court. It says you went to the doctor in June and found out you were 3 months pregnant. All right, count back, and it says the month of conception would be March. You say you were intimate only with Mr. Elston at that time.
Yes, Your
Which
Honor.
is why you are certain he is Carson's biological father. You also admit that you had sex with your ex, who was then your boyfriend, in February. And is he the only person you had sex with in February?
No, Your Honor.
Oh, yes, Your Honor. She forgot
Well,
to
who
mention
else
a
did
part
you
about
have
her-
sex with?
My friend's boyfriend.
Your Honor, actually, it was on more than one occasion. One of the times they had a threesome.
How did you have sex with your friend's
It was
boyfriend?
on Valentine's Day. We had a threesome. She knew about it.
So you had a threesome on Valentine's Day. I don't know what to even put. Just a 3, Jerome?
I'd say a 3 circle.
Well, you don't put a heart because it clearly ain't love. So on February 14th, you had a threesome with your friend's boyfriend, and then you were also sexually active with your ex.
Yes, Your Honor.
So let's just move on. Carson's almost 2 years old, and this court cares about the fact that in the very near future, he is either going to say the words "dad," or he's already saying it.
He's already saying it to Mr. Elston. He's a very good father to Carson. They love each other very much.
And so, Mr. Elston, you've built a very real bond with Carson. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
And do you feel like, when you're with him, do you feel like that's your son?
I do. And you know, I just want the truth today to determine whether he's really mine or not.
Well, she's pregnant now, and she says there's also a paternity question related to this baby.
Yes.
Your
So
Honor.
it's not as if this is ending today.
Yeah.
Miss Gregory, what are your hopes today?
I hope that he can get the results that we came here for, and he can step up like he's been doing, being a good dad to our son, and then for this baby also, because both of them deserve both of their parents together, not separate.
And what are your hopes, Mr. Elston?
I mean, I'm down that he's not mine.
But do you hope that he is?
I'm
You have
hoping
a
that
bond
he
with
is
him.
because I have that bond. It's hurting me that I gotta go through this today.
I can see that makes you emotional. You all are very young people dealing with some very adult issues. Both of you standing there with tears in your eyes. I think it's time we get the results. Thank you. These results were prepared by DNA Diagnostics, and they read as follows. In the case of Gregory versus Elston, when it comes to 20-month-old Carson Gregory, it has been determined by this court. Mr. Elston, you are not the father. I'm sorry, Mr. Elston, you are not Carson's biological father.
Yeah, and I put myself in a situation where I thought I could trust her, and I deserve better. And I'm not gonna give up on him if that's what she thinks.
So, Miss Gregory, I know this is not the news you wanted either. And I've been tough on you today because I knew you weren't telling the whole truth. Is his father the ex, or is it from the threesome?
I'm not sure.
Look at me. That was honest. I know you are not proud of yourself, but in this moment, I'm proud that you finally just had the courage to tell the truth. So as I said earlier, we are not done here. We have another baby on the way, and we still haven't found Carson's biological father. I want you all to go off. I want you to talk to Dr. Jeff. I want you to begin to talk to him about how you feel, and more importantly, your plans to go back home to find these men so they can be tested and so we can find out for once and for all who this beautiful baby's father is. Are we clear?
Yes, Your Honor.
I wish you all the very best. Court is adjourned.